Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void were prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
It is Ryan here, and I have a question for you. What do you do when you win? Like, are you a fist pumper, a woohooer, a hand clapper, a high fiver? I kind of like the high five, but if you want to hone in on those winning moves, check out Chumba Casino. At ChumbaCasino.com, choose from hundreds of social casino-style games for your chance to redeem serious cash prizes. There are new game releases weekly, plus free daily bonuses. So don't wait. Start having the most fun ever at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void were prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Due to some violent content, parental discretion is advised.
In the year 247, in the age of judges, Vartan was summoned home after the death of his father. Upon his return, Vartan discovered something evil festering beneath the city of Eterno. With the help of some very unlikely allies, Vartan works to uncover the mysteries of his hometown and put an end to the nightmares that plague his people. Welcome to Ethereal Embrace. I'm Baya, and I don't really drink the coffee that we order at Cody's. I'm actually incapable of it. I just like the smell of it. But Vartan, there is nary a crumb ordered that is left uneaten.
Day 1 in the last Stop Tavern and Inn. You finish eating, you head out across town and into the bricks. And just a reminder, the bricks are the brick buildings around town that house the business district. There's only, a handful of these buildings. But Emery's shop is an arcanist shop. And so you walk in and you can hear different concoctions bubbling. She's got all sorts of different items in her windowsill, getting sun, different plants growing, bunch of magical books and stuff that are up on shelves. It is in disarray, but it's an organized chaos for Emery. So you walk in and Emery is in the middle of scrolling out something on a piece of scroll, and she says, she doesn't look up. She continues what she's doing, and she says, "Just a minute. Go ahead and look around. I'll get with you as soon as I can."
Oh, take your time.
Oh my God. Vartan, is that you? You're up and out of bed? Oh my God, look at you. You're beautiful. Come here. Let me hug you. And so she comes from around the counter to give you a hug.
Oh. Thank you. I heard I've been asleep for a while, so thank you for taking care of me. I did finish the broth you left me. And the tea.
You finished the broth and the tea. You must have been very hungry. So you drank the broth or you threw it out? I mean, when you say finished, what do you mean by finished there?
Oh, I drank it all and then went down to Cody's and had a proper breakfast.
Okay, all right, yeah. The broth, yeah, that was a spell component, reagent. It's made out of slugs and, water and a few other things. I don't think it will have any negative reactions on you. Just really gross, hon. Really, really gross that you drank that. That's what I was using to keep your stomach full while you were sleeping for that long. That's my bad. I shouldn't have left it there. I thought to myself, I throw it away every morning. I should have thrown it away. That's really gross. Let me get you some bread. You must be famished. So she goes behind the counter and grabs a half loaf of eaten bread and hands it to you.
Oh, thank you. I'm going to be walking around a lot. There's something to snack on.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So you're up and about, and You must have questions. How are you feeling?
I mean, I feel all right. Oh, Baya, you feel all right too, right?
Yeah, I feel really good. Thank you so much for taking care of Vartan. I really appreciate that. And I'm sure you'll be fine, Vartan. It's just slugs. It's not that gross.
Oh, I've eaten slugs before.
Baya, it's so nice to see you out and about as well. I'm glad you're here. How are things going with you?
Good. I honestly didn't realize that much time had passed. I was under the impression, as was Vartan, that it was just one night. I don't know how I missed a whole week. Almost two. So.
Yeah, what were you doing?
Reading.
Reading, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Anything good?
I read this book called Eyes of the Runekeeper. Have you heard of it?
I have not. That sounds fantastic, though.
Yeah, it basically teaches you how to read things that you wouldn't normally be able to read. So I can basically read anything, and it does kind of make sense that more than a night had passed, because that's quite a skill to learn overnight.
Yeah, I would agree with you. So you can read everything.
Yeah.
Very, very good. And Ovik is Ovik here?
Ovik's business has finished. He completed what he came here to do, and he left in the middle of the night, and wished everyone farewell.
Oh, well, that must be good. He must be on his way to do something else, very heroic. So, that's good to know.
Oh, yeah, he takes care of dead people.
Yes, he does. That's a thing he does. That's what we say.
He helps people pass on from one life to the next. That's what he does.
Ah, much more eloquently put. I like it this way. So have you talked to Greystone yet?
No, not yet.
Oh, well, I'm flattered you came to see me first. But when you talk to him, he's got some news about a Robin is coming down from the nest. They are coming to investigate the town.
Oh, what do you think about them coming with the piteousness? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. I mean, they're all right. How are you feeling about it?
I mean, my time out there on the road, Church of Greyhawk wasn't too kind to me. So, yeah, I'm not crazy about the idea.
Then I'm not crazy about it either. I think it's a mistake them coming, and I'm behind you wholeheartedly, Vartan. I do know that they're bringing in a full piteousness, which means eight doves all together, and they're gonna be investigating and talking to the locals, it sounds like, and they're gonna want to see the demon. I think that Brass Cane and Greystone and Timrin have been trying to prep the city about it, but with the events that took place, many of the citizens have started talking about moving away. I think the portal is still open, and Brass Cane has the tunnel entrance fully guarded. So, I think the idea is to get them out of town as quickly as possible.
Yeah, you don't think we have to worry about them turning the town folk against us, do you?
I don't think so. These town folk, they're so committed to our leadership here in town. They love everyone. Bastille is really the newest face around here. Him and Magno. So, I mean, and they're already welcome and loved. So, I think with the tragedies that have happened, it's going to be really hard to break the town into different factions.
All right.
Oh, Vartan, I forgot. You asked about these scrolls to mold the earth. So I went ahead and made 2 more of them. I don't know what you needed to use them for, if what you were going to do, but I had some time. And so here you go. Here's 2 more of those scrolls that you can use to mold the earth to your command.
Oh, well, I appreciate it. How much do I owe you for that?
Oh, nothing at all, hon. This is totally something I wanted to do. Your father would have been so proud of you.
Well, thank you, Emery.
Yeah. Do you need me to stop by the house? I mean, I could even stay by the house for a couple days, keep you fed. I need to stock up the kitchen a little bit more. There's not a lot in there, but, I can pop by, crash in one of the spare bedrooms.
Yeah, help yourself. I mean, you know how to get in.
Absolutely. Okay, great. Well, I will see you tonight for dinner then.
All right. I'm going to look over at Baya and be like, I'm going to get us some dinner.
That sounds lovely. Thank you, Emery.
Oh, no problem, Baya. That is my pleasure. So happy to help.
All right, well, I suppose we better be off to go see Greystone. And once again, Emery, thank you for everything that you did for Vartan while he was sleeping.
Yes, not a problem at all. And if either of you start feeling sick from the slug water, you let me know, and I'll put together a tincture from you, because that's just gross.
Do you drink some too?
I didn't drink any, but I do have a sympathetic stomach, so just the thought, a little bit of slugs in your stomach makes my stomach feel a little funny. So how about we just don't talk about it and we just see you tonight for dinner? No slugs, right?
No slugs. I'll see you tonight for dinner.
Great. Okay, bye.
Bye.
And she
See you
hugs
later.
Emery.
Emery gives a big hug back and then goes back to her working on stuff. Our heroes will be right back after these messages.
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. That should brighten your day a little. Actually, a lot. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Hello, listeners. If you are enjoying the show and would like to take a look at a way to support the cast while getting yourself some nice perks, please consider our Patreon. We offer ad-free listening as well as this entire season if you select the binge tier or higher on our Patreon. Plus, you'll be directly supporting our cast for their work, as our team over at Creative Typo have begun to pay our voice actors for our performances. So check out our Patreon at patreon.com/Creative Typo. I would also like to give a big shout out to our executive producer from Patreon, Nick Mead. Thank you, Mead. We truly appreciate your support. Now, back to the town of Eterno.
All right, Greystone.
Okay, so you guys go to Greystone's, the judge's office. And Greystone is sitting behind his desk. You guys follow your routine, I assume, of just walking right in.
Yeah.
He's a public servant, so.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you walk in, and he stands up immediately and says,
Vartan, it is good to see you. I am pleased to see that you are up and moving around. How do you feel?
Oh, I mean, I feel great. Apparently got a lot of sleep. What? I thought it was just one night, but apparently slept for almost 2 weeks.
Ah, yes. Emery said you may be disoriented when you wake up. Your confusion is to be expected. It has been 12 days since you battled the Morazi.
So, been hearing around town about this, the Robin and the Piteousness of doves coming into town.
Yes, I have been meaning to have a talk with you about that. Please, have a seat.
I'll sit down.
And he'll sit back in his spot.
Robin Torman is a contact of Bastile's. Apparently, Bastile has been sending letters to the Robin. Because of this correspondence, Torman has decided to come down and investigate. The Robin brings with him a full piteousness of doves from the Church of Greyhawk. They are the Knights of Greyhawk. They are likely to arrive within the next 24 hours.
We don't have much time to be ready for that.
No, we do not. I am hoping to set this up in stages. First, we greet them at your property. We will offer to stable their horses there. And then we will go out to the townspeople and let them know that they have arrived. Hopefully with the last-minute announcement, the townsfolk will not be too excited at their arrival. Stage 2 will be their stay with Cody at the inn. And Cody will be charging them extortionary rates. This will hopefully limit the amount of time that they can spend here, based on money constraints. Phase 3 will be me giving them an accounting of the events that happened with the Morazi. You may need to be a part of this, but hopefully that will satiate their curiosity and they will be willing to leave after that.
Well, if their interest was in Talmika to begin with, why do you think that just talking about the demon will satiate their desire for knowledge?
Bastile seems to believe that they have interest in Eterno only because of the correspondence he sent. If, in fact, Talmika is their main point of interest and the reason for this visit, I am not sure what we will do.
Okay, so how are you going to tell them that a demon got into town?
Well, while I do not like it, Timorin has suggested that we let them believe Kyrian summoned the demon here. To some degree, this is true, but we would allow the Church of Greyhawk to come to their own conclusions about Kyrian's motivations.
So you're going to throw a dead guy under the bus?
I do not like this course of action. Kyrian was a dear friend of mine, and you may recall I defended him to Timorin during our investigation. But I will be honest, I cannot think of another way to control the doves while they are in Eterno. The city guard will not be enough to impede the investigation of doves.
Vartan, how do you feel about that?
I mean, I get what you're saying. It's a ruse. I don't think it's going to be enough to stop them. Obviously, they're going to draw the conclusion of how old Talmika is. I don't think they're going to ignore that. They're going to dig around in the history of this town. They're going to learn that everybody that's alive has been alive this entire time. I don't know if that's going to be enough to deter them.
And I, for one, don't like the idea of you dragging my cousin's name through the mud.
Yeah, especially if it's not... I don't think it's going to help.
Greystone hesitates for a moment, registering what you are saying, and then says,
I understand, and I appreciate your position. To be honest, I am at a loss. I am open to suggestions.
Well, what's Bastille and all of his guards doing right now? Like, what's their schedule like? And how many does he have?
Brasscane is up to 16 guards in total. Many of them are not fully trained. He keeps 2 guards at the cave entrance on rotation at all times. The rest patrol the city, typically after dark.
Well, they definitely don't need to be allowed to roam around.
We don't want them in your father's house, in the basement, or in that cave.
No.
With the runes.
There's no connection to the tunnels from the tavern, is there?
I do not believe so. No.
All right. I should still remember which houses that Kyrian had that I have now that would... Which ones would have access to the underground, the tunnels, right?
Yep.
And some of those are empty, right?
Yep.
All right. I think we do need a rotation of probably just 1 guard on... Is there a map in there of the town?
Yeah, he's got like a city map on his wall, like a big one all put together.
All right. I'm going to stand up and walk over to it. And I'm going to be like, this house here and this house, we don't have anybody staying in those right now. So I think at least somebody there that can at least make it look like somebody's there so they don't get the inclination to go inside.
Is there something I should know about those houses?
Oh, well, you know about the cave system, right?
Oh, yes.
Those houses have access in their basements.
I believe this is a good idea. I will make sure to have Brasscane assign a few guards to these locations as requested.
All right. And, yeah, I think there should be guards at the tavern just for, well, for their protection, you know.
I agree. We can make that happen.
And a way for them to communicate with me whenever they want to be on the move so me and Baya can show up and be their escorts. And, yeah, to be their escorts while they're in town.
Maybe we can go and talk to Bastille and come up with a plan to explain how the Morrissey got here, besides denigrating Kyrian's name.
Does the Robin know about the Morrissey?
We do not believe so. Bastille does not recall sending a letter about the Morrissey.
There were quite a few people who know about the Morrissey in town.
Yeah. Yeah, at least the guards, for sure. Like, all the guards would know. And the extra volunteers on top of the guards during that time as well would. So, yeah, people know about the Morrissey.
And Talmika.
I would guess. Yeah.
Who is a member of this church, who has pledged her extended life to this church. So.
There is that trail that goes out to the cabin too, right? They're going to see that. Is there any way that we can hide the entrance to the tunnel or the cave?
I do not know of what we could use to cover the cave entrance. Maybe Timorin would lend us some of his farm machinery, and we could use it to knock down some of the foliage and cover up the cave entrance.
Well, Baya, do you have any better idea than getting my father's name involved in this?
Well, if we're just talking about a few flying demon that they know about, maybe, you know, I haven't thought of anything yet, but maybe we can pin it on someone who doesn't exist. You know, like, Tormarin, right? That's a name. We could say Tormarin came to this town selling their wares, and when nobody would purchase them, they brought some demons, and then Tormarin was killed by his own demons and we buried him on Timorin's farm. I don't know. We can brainstorm. Let's go talk to Bastille and find out exactly everything that they know.
Yeah. I think I would need to be made some kind of authority figure in this town, for them to have a reason to respect what orders and escorting them around town. Be like, oh, I'll just run the stable. I don't think they're gonna be too kind of me telling them what to do.
What if we don't know who did it? There's no Tormarin, and we're investigating it, and they don't have to worry about it because we're good investigators.
Yeah. Hey, Baya, you know what? We are good at investigating. Maybe we need to start our own investigation business.
We could be for hire, the city investigators.
Yeah. So we're put in charge of the investigation behind the demons, and they have to go through us for everything.
I like this plan. Let me draw up a writ of service, making this formal, and we can date it to the date of your return, creating a new title of City Investigator.
All right. That sounds good. Now, what should we call it?
Eterno-stigation. No, that's not good. Eterno's eyes.
Oh, I like that.
Greystone's taking notes.
Eterno.
The eyes of Eterno. Yes. We know everything that's going on in this town. That will be our role. They can come to us with any questions if they want to go anywhere that may be an active crime scene or maybe a place that we're still investigating. They would need our permission.
Yeah.
Just get in front of it.
Yeah. And we don't know who summoned the demons, so our investigation's still open.
And completely within your jurisdiction. This is good. I will draw that up immediately, and I will get with Timorin and discuss covering up that cave front with foliage. Is there anything else you need from me?
Maybe speak with Emery as well. She is capable of mold earth spells.
That is a fantastic idea, and one that should be more easily executed. Thank you. I will speak to her immediately.
Sounds good, Greystone. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I imagine going out. We know that there's a scene in the cabin. There was a scuffle in there. So, we could show them that, but it's not going to lead them to anything. But we would pass by the entrance of the cave, so as long as that's covered up, as long as it's hidden from them, we should be fine.
Yes. I do not know what time they will be here tomorrow. Will you be in town and readily available?
Yeah. I think we got a couple more people to talk to, and then of course we'll be ready for them at the stable. Appreciate the information, Greystone. So I guess you'll stop by tonight with the writ.
I will be there.
All right. Well, you have a good rest of your day.
You as well. And he stands up as you go to leave, out of respect.
All right.
Baya comes over and pats him on the shoulder and says, also, Emery is there. Emery will be there tonight for dinner. You should join us for dinner.
I think that I will. It has been a while since I've had a good home-cooked meal. Thank you for the invitation.
Great. Thanks. And she pinches him a little bit on the cheek before she leaves.
Perfect. Okay. All right. So you guys go to leave Greystones, and as you go to leave Greystones, you see, again, Magno was just coming out of the bread shop, and she's got a giant basket full of bread doughs. caked up together in a giant basket. And she says, "Oh, Vartan, do you have a second?" She shouts at you from across the street.
Yeah, what you need?
"Hey, so I meant to ask earlier," she says as she's walking up to you. "I've decided to stay in Eterno for a while. And with all of these people coming and staying at the inn, I was looking to give up my room and maybe rent one of the properties from you. I heard you were the owner of pretty much everything that's available here in town, so yeah, I was wondering if we could come to some kind of deal on what that would look like."
Yeah. Hey, you know what? We were needing people in some of the houses. There's one in particular. It happens to be the biggest property I got, and it's fully furnished. So, you know what? You can stay there for free while the Robin is in town. We need somebody there. I mean, you know about the tunnels and the cave. So there's an entrance to one of them in there. So you'll be doing us a favor by guarding it.
Okay. Yeah, great. And then after they leave, you and I can sit down and put together some kind of agreement for me renting it out from you?
Yeah, that sounds perfect.
Okay. Yeah, thanks a lot. That's super helpful. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, hey, we were just trying to figure that out. I'll make sure Greystone knows.
Well, I'm glad that I bumped in you for a second time today. All right, well, I got to get back to the tavern before Cody kills me, so I'll see you soon. And I'm good to move into that place tonight?
As soon as you can.
Okay, that one over there?
Yep.
Great, thanks. And she makes her way back toward the tavern.
Vartan, she might need the keys.
Oh, yeah. You said tonight, right?
Yeah. I mean, I guess I could do it tomorrow morning, but I think I'd rather clean everything out and get it all packed up if I can today.
Well, we're having dinner tonight at our house with Emery and Greystone. Why don't you join us? You can pick up the keys, have a nice meal, and then, go clean it up.
That sounds wonderful. Thank you for the invitation. I would love to. Yeah, I'll be there. What time? Like dusk?
Yeah, dinner time.
Okay. Yeah, sounds fantastic. See you tonight.
See ya.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Ethereal Embrace, a creative Typo production. Vartan the Furbog Fighter is voiced and played by Adam Culbertson. Baya Rustin, the half-elf sorcerer, is voiced and played by Tisha. Emery was voiced and played by Fran Drescher's long-lost cousin. And I am Nico, your GM. Please remember to drop us a 5-star rating and review on your favorite podcatcher. Music provided in part by Midnight Syndicate, makers of the original Dungeons & Dragons soundtrack. If you would like to support our show or any of our other shows, you can join our family of patrons at patreon.com/creative typo. Remember, be safe, we love you all, and stay foolish.